What's up, folks? So today we're going to be talking about a film that will be available for 48-hour rental of $19.99 on June 26th, brought to you by Focus Films. From the writer and director Jon Stewart comes Irresistible. Now, Irresistible stars Steve Carell, who's the Democratic strategist, and the Democratic strategist is somebody who's used to promoting the election of certain candidates or interests of certain groups. So recently, Steve Carell character Gary, who is called DC Gary, which I'll talk about in a second in the film, recently blew the Clinton campaign against Donald Trump. And with the morale being low and everything seems to just be wrong in town, he really looks towards the next election and really regaining leverage and confidence. And by doing so, he's tasked his group to say, hey, we got to find some type of motivation or something. Somebody on his staff found this viral video of this guy, Jack Hastings, who's played by Chris Cooper, a retired hero Marine colonel who stood up against immigration in his small town of Wisconsin called Deer Lacken. And in this viral video, he was at a local town hall meeting where he stood up against his mayor, and he really spoke to the people and for the people in his stance against immigration. His video was truly inspirational, and it really turned the eyes of DC Gary. DC Gary says, hey, we need to have a conversation with this guy. So they go to Wisconsin to seek him out. And when they do, they say, you know what? I think you'd be a great candidate to be the Democratic candidate for mayor. Although this guy was Republican. But he says, hey, if you do so, me and my office will offer you our services to run for mayor. So Jack Hastings is like, okay, that's fine and all, although he's a Republican. He says, but you have to do it, Gary. Like, you particularly have to do it. And doing so is because he knows he's running against, his town, and his town traditionally being Republican, that he would absolutely need every bit of the help he could. And while he's doing, and while all this is happening, Gary runs into bitter rivals who, at this moment now, you really tend to see who's really irresponsible in running their campaign in this town. So that's pretty much the gist of this movie. But let's talk about a couple of things that that kind of stood out to me. So first off, I'm really torn if this is a political movie or a Steve Carell movie. It's absolutely a comedy nonetheless, but because I'm not really heavy into politics, I really don't know how much of the campaigning, the plot surfacing around the campaign is actually to be real or not. Nonetheless, I really do thoroughly enjoy Steve Carell. He's a national treasure, and he's such a gem in this movie. He's been very active this year with tons of projects, and this is another one that I just really appreciate. And if you are a fan of Steve Carell, this is going to be right down your alley for sure. When it comes down to his mannerisms, his loud outbursts, and everything, he's just a gem in entirety. And then I obviously got to say is the way they portray the Wisconsin people here. I have no idea if this is true or not, but it's absolutely hilarious, and this their style of country living and so on. But I'll talk about that in a quick second. But yes, there's truly some really laugh out loud and ridiculous moments in this film that while there's not a constant pace of comedy, there's just some that just opens up the can instantly for laughs. And politics, we all know they're not fun, but they did tend to highlight the hilarious side of competition in politics, especially with the use of commercials here, which are absolutely hilarious. The performances by Chris Cooper did an amazing job. And my guy, Will Sasso, was in this movie. Good to see him did an amazing job, as well as many others in this film. But with all this really happening too, really quickly, yes, so Wisconsin stereotypes. Yes, the humor between them, the style, the usage of dairy for everything, and how everyone knows everybody. So when Gary came into town, everyone obviously knew he wasn't from around, but everything he did absolutely wrong, just everything. And they was like, so where are you from? And he was like, Washington, D.C. He's like, oh, Gary from D.C., okay. DC Gary, that's your name. So everyone has a nickname in town. Everyone knows everybody, and everyone's really tight knit. But yes, they really did try to really portray what is a typical small town in Wisconsin is, and it was entertaining for sure. But yes, with everything that's really happening in this film, it does slide in a really good message and about the importance of voting and also standing up for what you believe in, no matter what. And ultimately, at the very end of this film, the twist. I mean, man, the twist! What a twist! It was mind-blowing. I didn't see it coming at all. It was not foreshadowing by any means. I would not try to fake and act like I knew the entire time. It just really wasn't. It was super clever, thoroughly impressed, and I was very happy with the ending. And although you're not watching this in the theaters, please do not cut off your TV because the mid-credit scenes are absolutely worth watching for sure. But yes, Irresistible. You can rent this movie for a 48-hour period come June 26th for $19.99. Absolutely let me know what you think about the film in the comments. Come back here and let me know. And until the next movie review, everybody stay safe and have a good one.
Big old bell.